Hello YouTube, Insidiah here, and today we're going to be playing some CoD Ghosts. Now, because I've basically started this YouTube channel halfway through a game's lifespan, I suppose you can call it, I'm not going to be going for like a set thing. I'm not going to be doing a specific thing on my series. I'm just going to be playing Call of Duty Ghosts, and that means you'll be seeing all my good games, all my bad games, and hopefully every game until 10th Prestige. But if you don't see all those games, then it doesn't really matter. I'm not really going for anything yet. I have a few series ideas, but I want to build my YouTube channel before I start using those ideas, because I think those ideas are unique, and I think a lot of people will like them. So first off, what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you some of my classes, and I'm going to explain a bit about my perks, my perk choices, my gun choices, and a bit about me, my playstyle, and then we'll jump into a game. So, without further ado, let's begin. Right, my first loadout is the Honey Badger, and this is the only gun I've got gold. And this used to be one of my favourite weapons, and I suppose it is my most reliable weapon. It is my fallback weapon, and I use foregrip and extended mags. A lot of people use red dot sight on the Honey Badger, and I don't think it needs red dot sight. I think it's a pretty good gun without it, and for this reason, obviously I use extended mags. You get 50% more ammo capacity in each magazine, which gives me 45 bullets per mag, which is a lot of bullets for an assault rifle. And as you can see from my guy holding it, it is tiny. It is basically a submachine gun in an assault rifle. That doesn't make sense. But moving on, you can see I don't use secondary, I don't use any lethals, don't use any tacticals, and as you'll see when I'm playing, this kind of suits into my game style, because I am a passive player. I don't like to rush out. I won't be running around corners and think, like, spray down 50 million people. Obviously that's impossible, but I won't spray down like 4 or 5 people, run out of ammo, and then think, oh no, let's switch to my pistol. I'm one of these players that will pick off like 2-3 people and then see the other 2 people, but go back and reload and then pop out for the other 2 people. So I don't really need a secondary. And with the lethal and tactical, at the start of the Xbox One's, I'll use the word lifespan again, at the start of the Xbox One's lifespan, when Call of Duty Ghosts was out, I really couldn't get used to the bumpers. So I've kind of adapted to not use a lethal or a tactical, and really this all means I get a lot more perks to use. And you'll see me use these perks through a lot of my classes. And these perks are, as you can see on screen, Stalker, Dead Silence, Scavenger, Amplify, and Focus. And yeah, those perks are pretty self-explanatory really. I do use a Turtle Beach. It's a Turtle Beach X41. And yeah, there's nothing much more to say about that really. Apart from one thing I will point out, is that a perk that I really like and really recommend is this perk here, Focus. And the reason I would recommend Focus is, before I started using Focus, my kill death was 1.4 something, and now obviously I can't contribute this all to Focus, but my kill death is now over 2, so it has something to do with it at least. And my strike package for this class, it's an assault strike package, and I will change my strike packages depending on the gun I use, or the well, not necessarily the map, because I'll change my class depending on the map. So my strike package will change depending on what gun I use, obviously. So it's a pretty basic strike package. These kill streaks are very kill rewarding. The Helo Pilot is a great kill streak unless everyone's in the building. The Griffin, To be honest, I love this kill streak and I hate it because if I love it because if you go high enough, it's quite hard to take out, and you can still kill people one hit from like a range. I don't think the range that you are from someone really affects the damage it does to someone. But if you are too close to something, and I've done this many times, you can hit mark them and blow yourself up. Yeah, it's a bit like Marmite. You either love it or you hate it, and for sometimes I love it and hate it at the same time, because I'll get a Griffin, and obviously, as you can see there, it's 2 kills to the Helo Pilot, which is my main kill streak. But I'll get in it, see 2 people, and blow myself up. You know, it's very controversial. And now, moving on. This is probably my favourite weapon. I think I said that about the Honey Badger. Let's change that. This is probably my best weapon. Well, no, it is my best weapon, and it's the weapon I've got the highest kill death with on any CoD. Well, not on any CoD, because I've had like 4 kill deaths with a gun. But let's change that. Let's say this is the highest kill death ratio I've ever had with any gun, where I've got over 10 kills. So, as you can see, 2.4 kill death, and that is not a bad kill death for a gun. And the reason I like this gun so much is because, well, it's a light machine gun. You have a lot of ammo, and with extended mags, pretty much the reason I started using extended mags is when the KM was still a 30 kill streak. Basically I thought, well, so you get 50% more ammo in each magazine. That gives me 150 ammo in each magazine. You get 2 magazines. That's 300 bullets in each magazine. That equals 10 bullets per person to get a KEM. This weapon is probably the easiest weapon if you play right and if you're lucky enough to get a KEM. And obviously now that the KEM's a 25 kill streak, this weapon is even more effective. So that's why I use that, and that's why I like it so much. Moving on, something a bit different here, and it's my submachine gun class. And to be honest, I don't really like any of the submachine guns. Let's just chuck a camo on this. I do have the body count camo for some reason, even though I've left my clan, and I thought it was meant to get rid of all the clan rewards, but it obviously doesn't. So yeah, the submachine guns, I don't really like any of the submachine guns, so that's pretty much that. Just noticed 6.4 on accuracy. I don't know what I was doing there. I've only got 3 kills with it, so it's not too bad. But yeah, I don't really like submachine guns, as I've said. Moving on to the perks, and now one thing I've changed with the submachine gun perks is Stalker. And the reason I've changed Stalker, got rid of Stalker and replaced it with Marathon and Ready Up, is because with the submachine gun, as I will now show, most of you people know this anyway, but the mobility, as you can see at the bottom of the weapon stats, and I'm pointing to my screen as if you can see it, the mobilities, that's full. Now if you switch to like an assault rifle, you'll see the mobility, the white bar is lower than the yellow bar, so you move slower with an assault rifle. I think the only thing that's faster than a submachine gun is a shotgun or a combat knife, I think. Don't quote me on that. But that means when you're using Stalker and you've got the mobility bonus on a submachine gun, for me at least, my accuracy is dreadful. And my accuracy isn't good anyway, but when I aim in on someone, because I'm used to like strafing when I'm shooting, moving side to side, that's what strafing means if you didn't know that. But I've lost what I was going to say. So yeah, when I strafe with a submachine gun, with Stalker, my actually is really awful. So I've taken that off and I've replaced them with Marathon and Ready Up. So with these two perks, they are very rewarding on this game, on Ghosts, if you're not sure what this game is. So basically, Marathon, you run around a lot, and then Ready Up, you're aiming quicker when you're sprinting. And a lot of people use Quick Draw, and to be honest, I really hate Quick Draw, because as you probably see, hopefully now that I've said it, you'll see me get killed a lot because of Quick Draw. Like, I'll be aiming in, and then someone come around the corner, and then they'll aim in, but I'm already aiming in and shooting them, and then they'll aim in and just destroy me, and it's really annoying, and it's really stupid, and it needs to be taken off the next card. If you can hear me, whoever's making the next card, I can't actually remember who they are, but yeah, obviously they won't be watching my video because I am pretty low down on the YouTube pecking order, seeing as this is my second ever video. But moving on, my strike package for my submachine gun class is IMS, that allows me to put it down behind me and cover a certain area, or put it in, I suppose you can call it like a choke point, or I don't know the proper word for it. So like somewhere where a lot of the enemies will run to, and I like to put it, for example, on strike zone. If you're coming into the B area, if you're coming in through the little kitchen area, I like to put it just around the corner. So a lot of people just like to run through that door, and then it obviously sets off my IMS and destroys them. And a perfect combination for IMS, that doesn't make sense, a perfect partner to the IMS is a sentry gun, because you can put a sentry gun down watching one way, and you can put an IMS watching another door. So pretty much you can hold down one area, and then if there's 3 doors to that area, or 3 entrances, you can watch the other area. So it really is helpful. Then obviously I've got Maniac, as you can see, as my 10 kill streak reward. And one of the main reasons I've got a Maniac is because I bought my Scuff, and I wasn't used to knifing with it. So I thought, I know what, I used the Maniac, and yeah, get used to knifing. And now I'm not good at knifing with my Scuff. It's not natural to me yet. I do try it sometimes and then just get completely destroyed. I'll just knife thin air and then they'll destroy me. But it's helped me a lot. I am a lot better with my Scuff. And moving on, this is my final class. Well, final class for this loadout so far. I will be unlocking more loadouts as I go along. As you can see, I've only got 9 squad points. And basically I'm using the AK-12, as you can see. Silencer extended mag. It's a pretty basic setup for me. No perks, no secondary, no lethal. Obviously I've got perks, I'm not that stupid. Stalker, Dead Silence, Scavenger, Amplified Focus. And moving on to my specialist strike package, I've got Ping, which is a really underrated perk. People should use it more, because once I got those 3 kills, my 4th kill, it shows up a little ping on the radar, and because I am a radar based player, I do try to go where the radar's telling me the enemies are. It allows me to judge my next movements, plan my next movements, and it allows me to I just don't know what I'm trying to say, but it's a good perk. And then I use Quick Draw, the perk I hate, but it's really overpowered, so I use it. Then Sleight of Hand. Then I got Blind Eye, Incog, and Off the Grid. And that means the only non-stealth perk I have is Takedown. No, the only stealth perk I don't have is Takedown. I really need to think before I speak sometimes. But yeah, basically I hate being taken out by things like the Oracle, which is just stupid, and Tracker Sight, especially when you see like someone kill you with a Tracker Sight. Can't speak. Especially when you see someone kill you with a Tracker Sight through smoke. That is awful, and obviously off the grid because SATCOMs and, like I said, radar pings. That's what it does say. They really overpower it, and I suppose both of them, if you use it like this in the setup, both of them are like 3 or 4 kill streak, so they are really overpowered. Right, I think that's done. Just show you a bit of my stats. 2.155 kill death ratio. It's not too bad. My current win streak is 1. I think my highest ever is 14, which is pretty rubbish. But you can see my win-loss ratio is pathetic, and I'll explain more about that in game. So we better find a game because I am starting to drag on a bit. And we'll search for some Ground War. I do mainly play Ground War, and as you can see above my name, it says no games found. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut this bit out, and I'll speak to you again once I found a game. Right then guys, I'm back. I couldn't find a game on Ground War, so I've just gone to normal domination, and I've joined this game on Sovereign. Hopefully it's not near the end, because that would be boring. So yeah, I hope you're able to enjoy this game. I hope I'm able to enjoy this game, because there are times where I think Ghosts is the most pathetic game ever, and I'm sure you'll agree with me. Unless you're from an Infinity Ward, then you probably won't agree with me. Let's have a look at the score. Okay, it's near the end, so I'm going to use my vector, check my sensitivity. I use full sensitivity. Let's go kill these people on A, hopefully. That was a great start. I will start now with this guy in there by saying that this is my first game online, and I could hear that guy, but obviously reloading couldn't do anything. It's a bad place to reload that in the open, but yeah. Let's try improve from that. Don't know why I jumped there. Let's pick up his Ripper. I don't really like the Ripper, but let's just reload both of these. There we go. That's why I wanted the Ripper. Low ammo. Don't know why I changed guns there. There's a guy. Oof. Don't know how I got out of that one, but I'm not going to complain. Sit here for a bit. I am stunned, and I'm running into that guy's line of fire. That's not a good idea.
Securing Bravo.
I'm just gonna.
Enemy SATCOM spotted.
There we go. Our team's distracting them there.
Securing Alpha.
That was a bad move for me. I saw that guy, but I didn't think he was coming this way. Let's just switch to the Honey Badger, because, like I said, I don't really like the submachine guns, and the Honey Badger is a really good gun. It is my favourite. I was going to reload then, but I think there's a guy in that little room here. Not too sure. Don't really want to go in there. I don't really like this side of the map altogether, but I spawned here, and it seems that the enemies like this side of the map. So I'm just going to take my time pushing up the map. There's a couple that way, but I'm going to go around the flank. I'm not even going to complain, because I should be used to that by now.
Enemy has Charlie.
For some reason I thought that guy was on my team.
Securing Alpha.
I was kind of focused on the flag map on that. Oh crap. I knew that was going to happen.
Alpha secure.
Should have just left the gun there.
Losing B.
Hopefully he comes this way.
We lost Bravo.
Excuse me. There's probably a guy right behind me.
Enemy has B.
Ah, that was awful.
Securing B.
I'm 11-7. This isn't really good.
Enemy care package incoming.
Hopefully it picks up. Game's near the end. There is a sniper running away from me.
Enemy SATCOM spotted. Securing
Guy
B.
on the ground, I can hear him.
Losing Alpha.
There's little feet running around.
We lost A.
I've picked up the AK-12 because it is a bit. I think I just saw someone there. I think my auto aim locked on, but I don't think I actually saw him. But I was probably looking straight at him. But guy just shot down here. And this is one of the main reasons I don't play normal domination that much. It's because it really is slow paced, especially with my playstyle.
Charlie secure.
And
Losing Bravo.
you know,
Losing B.
there's no really. Oh shit!
We
There's
lost
another guy there.
Bravo.
He's ignoring me.
Bravo secure.
That was a tiny bit lucky. This guy's just ripped our teammates apart. No, this
Trinity
game.
rocket available.
There you go, getting a bit of a roll together.
Friendly Trinity rocket inbound.
I can't really do much on this map with the Trinity rocket. Oop.
Enemy SATCOM spotted.
I'll leave that sack on. Don't know how there's a guy behind me. Maybe I will take that sack
Losing
on.
Bravo. Losing C.
There's a guy on B.
Enemy has Charlie.
Don't know what happened there. I think he's walking around just aiming in. Yeah. You know, I can't really blame him. I can't really complain there because I did that quite a bit.
Losing B.
There's a guy in here. This game is coming to an end. I was looking at the top of my screen in my defense. I'm not that blind. So, don't criticize me.
Enemy SATCOM spotted.
There he is. Let's just put down a SATCOM. Anyway,
Defeated.
it doesn't really matter because the game's ended. So, 22 for 8, not that bad. I've had better games. Had worse games, obviously. But I probably should have said this before. My goal is to maintain an average of 2 kill death throughout my games. So obviously, I got a 2 kill death. That's good. And I think I'll end this video there because it is quite a long video, especially for my first real video. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you've liked the video, make sure you leave a like. If you want to see more, then say so in the comments. And if you want to see more of me in general, make sure you subscribe. So yeah, I've been Insidiah. You've been amazing. Thanks for watching. See ya.